The topic that we will be discussing today is number 2 and number 3, that is define company code groups and assign company codes to company code groups. So in this,
Hello, sir. I think I can't hear you properly. Let me join the meeting again.
okay. Yeah, hi Rahul, are you able to hear me now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So today we'll be discussing.
Hello. Yes, sir.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
We'll be discussing upon the second and third topics of our practical session, that is company codes and company code groups within FICA. The transaction code that will be taking us to the particular form is OX16. So in this particular topic, we will try to deepen our understanding about the usage of organizational units within FICA. Internal and external reporting is one of the major requirements your organization needs to fulfill. In consequence, you need to reflect the real-life organization structure of your company in SAP. So whatever tax postings, journals, and balance sheet, profit and loss, everything what is calculated is against the organizational units, which we created as DS01, DS02, and to that we have to assign a particular company code. Now this DS01, DS02 are all will come under the company code group, which has one company code on top of it. So it is a 1 to n relationship. The basics with the two objects, company and company code, you model your fiscal and operative organization in SAP. The company code being the lowest level, you can produce a full tax report for. Company allows you to easily do financial consolidations to a holding level. The sample below shows a holding which is used as a bracket over the UK and US subsidiary. So we will check this out in this particular scenario, where we have a company code G00100, that is the sample holding, under which we have company code 100 in UK and company code 200 in US. So what is the company? It is above the company code, can't receive postings, structures the company hierarchy, is linked to 1 to n company codes. So under this particular company code, there could be n number of companies, company codes that are assigned under it, and this will form the company code group. Company code receives postings lowest level of fiscal and tax reporting. So the postings happen in the organizational units, that is company code 100 and 200. Before you create the structure by using the given templates, align it with the relevant stakeholders. The path that we have in our SAP instance is enterprise structure. From there, we go into definition. From there into financial accounting. So that OX 16 that I referred earlier will be leading us to this particular path. Company code in FICA. As you all know, the FICA document consists of a header and items for the business partner and the general ledger side as well. The company code is not stored on the level of document header, but on the level of business partner items. So this is a very important statement that you have to keep in your mind to understand the relevance of company code, business partner, and the organization units. In order to enable a company code to be used in FICA, some settings are needed. You find the image activity here. These are the organizational units set up company code for contract account receivables and payables. We have already checked out how a company code is set up. Now we are going to see how the company code is assigned to two company code groups. In preparation of this activity, you should try to clarify the following questions within your project. How do we want to deal with the profit center in business partner items? Do we need a distribution of tax items, for example, by segment or profit center? So on the basis of these questions, you design your company code and company code groups when you set up a business. Do we want to post payments on account within the standard company code on contract account? How do we process checks? So another thing is that you have to assign the chart of accounts to the company code also. Now coming into company code groups, after the definition of company code, we need to prepare the company code groups. The company code group is the object which controls which company codes are eligible for posting on a contract account object. According to our sample holding above, we can imagine three company code groups. That is the parent group H100, postings on company codes 100 to 200 allowed, and the child, that is group 100, only postings on company code 100 allowed, and group 200, only postings on company code 200 allowed. In this figure, we will be seeing the relevance, that is the sample contract account is this, under which we have company code group H100 and standard company code, that is 100. For this, CA postings on company code 100 and 200 allowed. Postings without relation to a company code will use company code 100 in the corresponding FICA document. For each company code group, you assign exactly one paying company code which is used for payments across all company codes within the group. This creates an implicit connection to the contract account. The needed customizing nodes are here. These are the paths that are available in FICA implementation guide, but we will go with the transaction code OX16. Remember, we use transaction code OX02 for creating the company code initially.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So this is the assign company code to company form that we land up with OS 16. Here, as you can see, we created many company.
Sir, I can't see the screen.
Oh, let me share it. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
So this is the assign company code to company. Here I come through the OS 16 option. Here, these are the companies that we created earlier, 111. Then when we go down, we will find this DS01, DS02. Now I have created another company code for this particular practical class, and here in DS03 Kolkata, I will be assigning the company code. For this, I just assign SAP India INR. One thing you have to keep in mind is that you can't, you have to maintain the currency. See, if I assign 4,000 and go for save, currency does not differ. So it is not allowing, because the company was created with INR. So US dollar is not getting accepted. So I choose one of the Indian currency, Patekar and Patekar company, 2803, and click upon save. This is the request that gets generated for any object in SAP. This request gets generated for to transfer the objects between the different SAP heads. So this data got saved. DS03 got assigned with company code 2803.
Sir, we have reached here by OX18, OX16.
Yeah, we come here by OX 16, and I will also show this on the SPRO screen. Enterprise structure, assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to company. This is the same thing.
Okay, sir.
As you can see, DS03.
So sir, here we will be providing two companies with one company code, now.
Two or more than two. N number of company codes can can exist under a particular company.
Okay. So sir, 2803, do we need to define this also somewhere?
Yeah, that is a good question raised by you. These are all the companies which we can assign to a company code group. Here, you will not find our created company codes yet, because the system has not generated the companies that we created to be used as parent company code. See here, DDD is there, and all these different companies are there. but not the ones that we created, DS01, DS02, DS03. These are, again for this, we have to refer the form OB62 where we have reference to chart of accounts. The 111 was created by me, and I assigned the business area OM B1 to this. But this is the chart of accounts which I assigned today, but I didn't assign the chart of accounts to DS Edu, that is DS01, DS02, or DS03. And for all this, the companies that we are able to assign to a company code group, that is XYZ Utilities, then Patekar and Patekar company, these have all the chart of accounts assigned to them, and that's why they are coming in that particular list of values with which we can assign.
Sir, how did we come here again? Can you decode for
This is,
assigning company code
yeah, this
to
is
chart
the
of account?
this is the assigned company code with chart of accounts. This is another form which we get through transaction code OB62. And the we will come to this particular part a few days later. Just hold on till then, and then you will get to know when we can again assign the companies created by us, that is DS01, DS02, DS03 for a company code group. Now in today's practical class, what I have in my mind is I showed you how to assign a particular company code to a company code group. In the same way, you create a company code in the way that we checked out earlier with OX02, and then you assign the company code group to that. I will log off from the system and give you the screen sharing.
Sorry, sir. Tell me again, what are you going to do?
You have to, like how I assigned the company code to the particular company code group DS03, you have to execute the same method.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to, for example, create another company code DS04, and then you have to create that through the OX02 transaction code, and then in OX16 you will be assigning a company code to that particular company code group. Got my point?
Okay, sir.
I
Yes,
will
sir.
I will log off, and you log in from your side, and I will give the screen sharing to you, and you go through these steps.
Okay, sir. Uh, Actually, I am logged in from my phone. Let me connect with my laptop.
Recording in progress.
Are you sharing your screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I am able to view.
So, sir, as we can see, we have uh, provided 1006 to DSEDU DS01.
Yes,
So, we will be providing the same company code to DS02.
correct.
And it is saved, sir.
Yeah. So this is the underlining concept that when you create a group, DS01, DS02, DS03, DS04, you have to assign the same company code to this in order to have all these organization units doing the accounting process under a specific company.
Sure, sir.
Now you can
So, sir, will there be a point where we will be operating company 1006 on a separate basis, or is it just for controlling purpose?
Uh, this is somewhat, for controlling purpose only, because the postings and the accounting process will be happening all in the child organization units, that is DS01 and DS02 and DS03. But on top of which we have the company 1006 assigned, in order to just have a legal entity to which this company organization units are assigned.
Okay, sir.
For example, when we talk about say Tata group of companies, we have TCS, it is a software unit. We have Tata Motors, it is a production unit, but all is under the Tata group of companies. But TCS handles its own business independently, and Tata Motors handles its own business independently. TCS has its own type of business, that is, it's a software company, whereas Tata Motors is a vehicle manufacturer. So all the accounting happens in its own methodology, which TCS has to maintain and which Tata Motors has to maintain. But only that its parent is the Tata group of companies. That is the thing we are doing over here.
Okay, yeah, I got your point, sir.
So that is all. You can try your hands out in again creating a company code DS04, for example, and assigned a company code 1006 to it, and check out how it appears in this OX 16 form, and then you can go to the OB62 form also to find out how what is the difference between the parent companies that you assign and the organization units, that is DS01, DS02. What is the difference between them in OB62?
Sure, sir.
In that, only that I have told you that the chart of accounts are assigned to these all companies, whereas we don't have the chart of accounts assigned to DS01, DS02 yet. So we will be checking that out in our later classes.
Okay, sir.
So that's all was for today's class, and I will like to mention that tomorrow there is a conflict. I have some another meeting at scheduled in this same time, so I may not be able to take tomorrow's class, which I will be taking on Saturday, if it is okay with you.
Yes, sir. Completely okay.
Okay, that I will be confirming later on in tomorrow's in WhatsApp.
Oh, okay, sir. Fine. Thank you, sir. And one thing more, sir. Have you uploaded yesterday's class on YouTube also, sir? Because today I was going through it and I didn't find it there.
No, I haven't uploaded that. I will be doing that, and I will inform you.
Okay, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.